Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and if you are on Genesis 2, you have likely found out that sometimes when the asteroids are right, you can get a ridiculous amount of element, a hilarious amount of element, you might say. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the best way to gather that. I have all of the major gatherers behind me, including the mining drill itself. Per stone, I'm going to tell you what is the actual. There is a difference between the most effective and the best way. There is a major difference, actually. First and foremost, Mantis, Doedicarus, and Gotcha are terrible. The Mantis is the best out of all of those three. I've heard a couple people tell me that I should try them. They are not good, so this is just to show you at 74 element shard on average per swing, you're not getting that much, and they can't carry too much, so it's not really valuable. So don't even bother with the Gotcha, Doedicarus, or the Mantis. It's not even worth your time. Now, we know how powerful the Tek Strider is. Now, I've also heard that some people tell me that the Ankylosaurus is the best way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and drop all these so there's no weight encumbering it at all either. By the way, I've tried mining drill, pick, and hatchet. Mining drill seems to be the best. Per swing, the Anky is getting on average, and this is a totally max melee Anky, just so you can see 1475 damage. It averages somewhere around 78 per swing, with sometimes the occasional element being gathered. You can see there's 83, 87. Now, it doesn't matter whether you try and do some sort of trick or anything like that. Sometimes you'll gain element, sometimes you won't. But on average, you're getting about 70 per swing with the Ankylosaurus. Some people have been telling me they're the best ones, but I disagree. I just can't justify using it. That's just to show you what the Ankys are good at. Now, just to show you, this is the Magmasaur. This is totally capped on his melee, just cranked up for melee. And this is what he's capable of doing. So per hit, typically you're getting element shard as well as element. Now that's the weird thing. I don't know if it's like something with this guy, but almost every swing you're getting element. So just about every swing at least. So just so you can see again, every single swing he's getting more element shards and more element. So per swing, this guy seems to be the best overall. So if you had two people and you had a Magmasaur, per swing, the Magmasaur is getting by far the most element. It's not even close for these tames so far. If you guys had someone like on a hovercraft or whatever you want to call them, just holding you up in the air and they were just smacking you through these things, this guy would be incredibly powerful because he seems to get a ton of element per swing. Look at that, 35. This is 1 times, no boosts, no anything. And that's what he's capable of. However, the most effective overall is a little bit different just because this thing can zoom in on all of them. You can see 3 rocks, so not as much stuff. He's getting a decent amount of element shards and element per swing, so less element but more element shards, but he's able to gather more overall resources, and it's easier to get up to these resources. So I still think the grand champion is by far the Tek Strider, just because for simplicity's purpose you only need 1 person. You can send it back to your dedicated storage boxes, and you can kind of like do drive-bys for all the element shards. And yeah, it's not the greatest when it comes to actually harvesting them, but it does a very good job of getting a mass quantity quickly. That is the best way to do it with this thing, just to get a massive quantity with this thing. That's what he allows you to do. You can see that right there. He's able to get a whole bunch of stuff. Now let's say you get really lucky and you have a hilariously overpowered mining drill like I have here, so at like 200%. Now, this is shocking to me, but this is probably the best single node thing in the game. Per node, I'm averaging somewhere around, give or take, 200 and a little bit of element. So the best thing in the game for individual nodes is actually the mining drill. However, if you're looking to get the maximum bang for your buck, the Strider is quite a bit better. But you can see it right there, there's 2 nodes, so way better, like exponentially better for this mining drill. And it's pretty quick too, but if you're looking for the actual speed, this is not the fastest. This is just going to give you the most overall stuff. I mean, what was that, like 6 nodes-ish, give or take? Let's go ahead and look at our inventory just to check that out. There's almost 3,000 element in there, or element shards. So the actual best thing per node, is the actual mining drill. However, the best overall is probably the Tek Strider, simply due to the fact that it can get the most out of the stuff. The Magmasaur seems to get the most element. The Tek Strider seems to get the most overall bang for your buck, and the individual element shards is by far this guy right here with this, I mean, what am I saying? Is you carrying around a tech drill. Now these 3, 4, not really that useful in my opinion. So anyways, that's that. So hopefully this little tip helps you out. And other than that, teach out.